Happy Saturday to everyone. It's been a wild ride lately, and I wanted to just say a few words on the current climate of what I'm feeling, what's happening, what I'm feeling from my meditations, and we're living in a time where supposedly we're more connected than we've ever been. And what's actually true is that we've never been this disconnected. In psychology today, a year ago already, loneliness, depression, and isolation are the leading causes of illness. In Great Britain, they even made a minister of loneliness. Literally. So it's also a time where everything is being tracked so much that the only way that you can really find truth, find out what's true, is to go inward. And isn't that what yoga is all about? To go inside the new uncharted territory of the universe within. That's the new landing on the moon, so to speak. That is the new uncharted territory, is our inner universe. And with that awareness that everything on technology is sort of mimicking what it picks up and throws it back to you. So whether it's the phone, the computer, or the iPad, or it all just sort of regurgitates familiar vocabulary and so on and so forth. So it really is a time where to go inside. And so how can we find an awareness of what really is true? Well, the best way, in my own feeling, my own sense, is looking at good versus evil. So one of the greatest lies ever told is that by the dark side, by the side of evil, we just call it what it is that there is no difference between good and evil. There is no difference. There are no two sides. And that is only a lie that the side of evil, the dark side, will say. So to look at that, to start to notice the difference, that's the only way that you can really find out what's true for you and what's true, if you have any sense of awareness at all, for the greater picture of life. You go into seeing if you can remember what takes you in the wave towards good, what takes you on the wave towards the opposite. And yes, all paths lead home. The big picture is that all paths do lead home. All paths do lead home. And yet, we are in this human body. We can have a divine connection, yet we are here to, in my feeling, from my heart, to make a difference. To make a difference. And so it's so important to do whatever we can do to make a difference. And one of those things is even speaking out, doing whatever it is, the God-given talent that you have, whatever it might be, to work in your field, have a conversation with somebody. Believe it or not, conversations are rare these days. So have a conversation, talk about it, because remember, that could work in your favor because everything is picked up. And remember Star Wars and Harry Potter and all the great movies, Lord of the Rings. They all give these great, great depictions of good versus evil. And I think in this day and age now where people are reading less and less, people are even watching movies less and less. And it's really important to hone in and to remember Out in California here, I love it out here, but it's like, oh, it's all good. It's like, sometimes it's like, no, it's not all good. It is not all good. And we have to look to the abuse patterns that are happening, whether it's an individual or whether it's an established institution who's systematically abusing, whether it's mental manipulation. Mental manipulation is the most insidious, horrible form of abuse. If you've ever had it done to you, it is awful. It gets in you. Physical, emotional, all of those kinds of abuses. And so we're living in a time where we are beginning to stand up and say, no, we're not going to stand for that. I don't care if it's an organization. I don't care if it's an individual. In this time of psychic manipulation, as 5G comes in, and that's what it is, it's psychic manipulation, to understand that that is major abuse. That is abuse across the board, and that really the only protection from that is to connect to divine source, God, creator source, however you want to say, the great force, and that is to connect to divine source. But psychic manipulation is an abuse just like any other abuse, and it should be seen as such. And that being said, the other side of that that's beautiful is the telepathy that's happening. People are either going one direction or the other, sort of the pearls from the dirt, the pearls from the fish, the pearls from the water, or the gold from the dirt is being separated right now. And so you can ask yourself, what do I value and who do I value? What do I value and who do I value? What do I value and who do I value? These are really important questions to ask oneself. Telepathy is a beautiful thing, whether it's a gift or whether it's coming about from all your practice, from meditation. But communication is the most important. If you can't sit down and have a conversation with somebody and be open, there is not going to be a good relationship. I don't care if it's with your work, with an individual. There's not going to be a good relationship. Relationship, no matter how much telepathy you have, telepathy is not very honest. It can be, but it's not the most honest form of communication. So I don't care how advanced our consciousness is, we need to still communicate. Hi, how are you? How was your day? How's your parents? Like, these sorts of things. Yeah. So as much as we advance in consciousness, love is still love. Love is timeless. There is no time in love. And without honesty, there is no love. And if you're going to be honest, there must be communication. Okay, so love is the ultimate. The other thing is that the greatest lie that I think we're all beginning to see is that, do we really need evil for love to exist? Does love need evil to exist? Think about that. Does love really need the power of love, the incredible, all-consuming power of love? Does love really need evil to exist? I don't think so. I don't think so at all. Not one little bit. But it occurs. Evil occurs. Evil occurs. But Creator Source, God, the great force, however you call on that great force, is actually love. AIDS, HIV, the Holocaust, all these horrific genocides in history, all the most horrific things that have ever happened. Evil is not because God made it that way. God is love. Love is God. If God had all of the power, evil would not exist. So what's that? Right? Also, so when will we begin to respect what brings us health and well-being? What brings us health and well-being and takes us towards healing? When will we respect that more than we respect something that harms us? How about that? What is that? Why do we not respect, for instance, a yoga class, a yoga therapy session, where every time you feel so much better? We have got to learn the incredible value, and respect enough to pay the value in monetary means to a yoga therapist when doctors are referring their patients to yoga therapists. Doctors are saying, go to a yoga class. Okay, we have got to have the value. How is it that you can be suggested to take a pharmaceutical and you feel awful and it actually ruins your life, and yet you still respect and pay money into that? And you go to a healing session, a yoga therapy session, maybe a yoga class, and you feel amazing after it, and you still disrespect it. You still don't want to pay the money. You still disrespect the teacher. It's amazing. So people really need to begin to think about, why would I respect and honor something that harms me more than I would respect and honor something that heals me and brings me well-being? And I could go on and on and on, but I'm going to stop there, I think, today. And I've been through some stuff in the past few years, some really, really difficult stuff. And I think I'm just beginning to emerge. And I'm still going. I'm not going to give up. I will not give up. I will not give up. So I will leave you with this prayer. This is a prayer that I wrote in 2010. I was inspired to write this. May we root into Mother Earth, and may we be strong. May we walk through the fire and be purified. May we ride on the wind like an eagle. May we dive into the ocean and breathe clean water. With our strength, our purity, and our vision, may we swim into the consciousness of our hearts together. May we find our truth individually, and may we find our truth collectively. And may we walk in our peace, our love, our light, and our gratitude until all of our hearts are healed. Namaste from my heart to yours.